Hey everybody, Andy Smith here with your book look for the week. This week we are going through Conan, the ultimate guide to the world's most savage barbarian. I am, of course, your 34-year veteran of the comic book industry. Every week I pull a book off my shelf and go through it with you guys, page by page. Post the link if you can buy it. Let's get started. This, of course, is a cover by the great Alex Ross. Love that cover. I think this book came out in 2006 on a 100-year birthday of Robert E. Howard. Forward by Todd McFarlane, no less. Not somebody you usually think of with Conan. Let's see when this book did come out. It is nice glossy paper. I don't know who painted that. That is really cool. I'm sure it probably says. Let's see. What's going on here? That's weird how it's messed up there. All right, so this book, 2006. Title page, Ken Kelly, of course. I should have known that. Carrie Nord art right here. The great Carrie Nord. When Dark Horse got the Conan license back then, Carrie just really upped his game. Todd McFarlane intro. Of course, the back page is the Todd McFarlane cover he did on Conan. The nice thing about this book is they were able to reprint a lot of stuff from all the companies. It wasn't just like, oh, we can only use Marvel stuff. This is weird, this tearing at the top. I'm sorry, guys. Like I said, I pull books off the top of my shelf, and those first few pages... I've had the book since 2006. My wife actually got it for me as a Christmas present. Goes into different things. The Hyborian age. Love it. If you're a fan of maps, there you go. There's a map. Major gods. I'm changing up the book look some. I'm going to be going a little bit quicker with these. I've seen other ones where people go through and they don't even talk. They literally have music behind it and just burn through a whole book this thick in like 3 minutes. So I'm not going to do that. And I am going to keep going through all the pages. But at the same time, I'm going to do a little bit quicker just because I've had some people tell me, because you're going through a whole book, you might want to be careful because you're literally showing the whole thing. So there you go. There's my explanation for why I'll be going a little quicker. It does character spotlights, major stories and stuff. Like this is a character, Janissa. A lot of artwork by... Carrie Nord in here. If you don't have the Conan stuff he did for Dark Horse, I highly recommend picking it up. There's probably omnibuses of it now. And of course, stuff by Barry Windsor Smith, because Marvel had the license first. Some great art reproductions from covers by the painters like Earl Norham. I'm trying to remember who did this art here. I think that's Tony Harris. Of course, John Buscema. Oh, no, you guys tell me in the comments. Would you rather have me do a book look where it's just a little bit of music in the background, I don't say a word, and I just kind of flip through it a lot quicker so you can digest it faster? Or are you good with these? This is, of course, from a Neil Adams issue of Conan, the one that he penciled and inked. Great stuff. Corsair of the Black Ghost. So much great stuff to be pulled from. This is just a fantastic... Let's see. I'm just trying to see if it says who painted this. It does not. I thought these captions might say who painted this, but it doesn't. Definitely older paintings. Oh, Belette, Queen of the Black Ghost. Everybody knows her. famous cover. Oh, there it is. I was going to say famous cover, Conan 100. Oh, so nice right here. Beautiful art. I did read through this when I first got the book. Of course, that was 19 years ago, so I should probably reread it again. This, Carrie Nord, oh, beautiful work. I think Richard Eisenoff was the colorist. Great John Buscema stuff. Lots of John stuff in here. And it's nice because you get to see John inked by all these different guys instead of in the book. Obviously, he was inked that way too, Savage Sword of Conan and such. But in this, instead of having to look through different issues, you can just look through basically one book and just see the different inking styles. Like I said, great paintings. Conan the Chieftain. So it really just touches on the different stories and such. And then pull some of the art from those classic stories. I think that's Jusko. That's great. The painting right there. Oh, such a great shot here. Right there. Boom. That was in the Conan movie. I love those adaptations by John Buscema. Highly recommend those. Tell you, I was not a fan of, I'm pretty sure that's Ernie Chan's inking over Buscema right there. Wasn't a fan as a kid, but now, I gotta be honest, I really like the stuff. I really like what those guys were doing together. This is from a Neil Adams job. Neil did the layouts, and the tribe, as they called them, did the inking. That was a bunch of guys, Tony DiZuniga, Filipino guys like that. So this is Neil Adams' art with the inks or the finishes, because it was from his layouts. I don't know, I'm kind of liking the fact that I'm going a little quicker here, because I think it gives you that feeling of, oh, I want to see more. So maybe I should go get the book. And it's easier for you guys to digest. Maybe how-to books, I'll slow it down some. This is great. I love seeing this painting blown up like this. You can see the texture of the canvas and such. More John Buscema. That's Alfredo Acala inking. You know what I haven't seen yet? John Buscema did do a couple Conan cover paintings for the magazines, and I haven't seen those yet, and those are freaking great. Carrie Nord, again, you can really see he was going for Frank Frazetta in the face of his Conan. Love this. I wish this was bigger. That is John Buscema. Oh, such great lighting and such. I mean, if you don't want to read all the Conan books, but you want to get in depth on Conan, this book is the way to go. Obviously, if you want to go deep dive, read the novels and such as well. And if you want to go mid dive, see, I made up something. Just read the comics. You know, the original Marvel run. East and South of Kush. Oh, Barry Windsor Smith, Valeria. Now that's from the animated cartoon, it looks like they did. But this is great Barry Windsor Smith stuff, especially when he started getting into that inking style he was doing. Hopefully they'll touch on red nails. I was about to say, hopefully they touch on red nails, and here they do. And they show more from the cartoon. That's cool. I have to look that up on YouTube. P. Craig Russell did a nice, some nice Conan stuff too for Dark Horse. I wish this Conan was a little beefier. He was a little thin. Maybe he was younger. I didn't read that stuff, so maybe it was a younger Conan. Oof. Feel bad for those guys. Classic cover here. Oh, that's great. That's John Buscema, and I think this is inked by Steve Mitchell. It looks like Klaus. You know what? That might be Klaus. If you guys in the chat know, let me... Oh, excuse me. If you guys in the chat know who definitely this is, let me know. I think it's Steve Mitchell, though, by looking at some of it. Steve in black and white has kind of a Klaus feel. I don't even think the back of this book gives full credit to all the artwork that's in it either. But we'll see when we get there. Oh, man. So good. Well, guys, I did not win the $1.8 billion lottery, so my hopes of just painting and becoming a great painter are dashed once again, because I don't have the time to just sit down and try and paint. I got to put out Lilineth, Infernal Conflict, my latest graphic novel for you guys. Love these head. Look at these distinct heads. Oh, so nice. Oh, it is that allergy time of year for me. Oh, so nice. I think that's Ken Kelly. I can't pick out painters as well as I can pick out black and white artist stuff. So if I'm wrong on any of them, let me know. That is just great. This, I believe, was the cover of a graphic novel. Oh, that's Danny Bulanati inking over John. Epilogue of the Hyborian Age After. And there is an index, but like I said, I don't think it breaks down artist stuff. But let's see. I'll just look for Carrie Nord, and there should be a ton of pages marked if they do that. But they do not. Maybe there's an artist index in the back. We have acknowledgments. So it just says, we'd like to thank all the Conan artists. And it goes through all the artists that are in the book. Gary Gianni, he did a couple of those paintings that I thought were very old school. That's it. It was Gary Gianni. But it goes through and lists all the artists that are in the book at least. So that's cool. So there you go, guys. Look at that. Went through this great book. It is, just to let you guys know, 138, 39. Get you the exact page count. Probably doesn't matter. 140 pages of Conan history right there by DK Publishing. They do great stuff. I recommend getting this book if you're a Conan fan. You will love it. And if you're a Conan fan and a fan of high fantasy adventure, go check out my book, Lilineth, Infernal Conflict. What's it about? It's a high epic dark fantasy coming from the world of Kordrath. We follow Lilineth back to her home in the Abyss as we discover her past in a war that she had to fight to become who she is today. Go check it out. Here's the trailer, link in the description below. Guys, seriously, by supporting my projects, by spending $25 to pick up a copy of the graphic novel and helping the campaign grow, you are the producers of the book, like a producer of the movie. Without you guys, I can't produce this stuff for you. If I won the lottery, I'd be able to. But until that day, I thank you all for supporting my projects. Until next time, bye-bye, everybody.